All right, it is time to begin. This is legs and core. We are going to use a step today, so if you have one, great. If not, you just either squat down or maybe get a couple of books if you're at home to step up, or go to your staircase to do the step up action. But first up, the other thing you'll need is one heavy weight. And without further ado, let's get started. All right, guys, everybody, let's come up. Standing. Trying to make sure everybody can see me pretty well. All righty. Okay, let's do it. Some shoulder rolls. I understand if you were in Jamie's class yesterday, your arms and shoulders might be a little sore today. So we're going to take it easy in those arms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then we're going to do high knees. We're going to transition this into hip circles. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go wide stance. Second position, your toes are going to turn out slightly, and you're going to bend the knees in the direction of the toes. Just a mini plie. We're going to pulse it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep pulsing. Just make sure your knees are pressing backwards, not letting them roll inward. So if you need to shorten or make your toes more forward instead of more out, so that the knees are going in the direction of the toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake it out. All right, next up, I'm going to turn to the side, but you guys stay exactly where you're at. You're going to point 1 foot behind, and we're going to do 8 leg lifts on both sides. So here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and change. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Let's just do little side taps. Then we're going to incorporate a hamstring curl. So you're going to kick it back like you're doing a butt kick. Booty, cushy, cushy, and cushy. You can work your arms, okay, those that maybe weren't in Jamie's class, or maybe just move them around just to break up some of that soreness. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now march it out, and we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Higher knees. Pick them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna go wide march. Wide march. Dun, dun, dun. Pick them up. Pick them high. Pick them go. Get a little bit of blood flow. Saying hello to those legs. Happy Friday to everyone. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just going to go wide stance, and we're going to do some gentle twists, bringing the arm across. You guys keep twisting. I'm going to scooch over a little bit. I noticed that when I'm over here a little bit in the sunlight, you can see me a little bit better. So I'm going to scoochy, scoochy. You keep stretching across. Yeah, look at that. I've got my light, my cameraman, and my lighting is now much better. Look at me glow now. And then take those arms up, stretching to the side. And then we're going to slow this down. Okay, feet are going to go about shoulder width apart. Knees are going to be slightly bent. We're going to do good mornings. Hands are going to come to your waist or hips. You're going to fold halfway down, but keep your back as flat as possible and then rise back up. So the first thing I think about doing is taking my tushy backwards, and then I fold down and I rise up. We fold down, breathing, getting a little stretch in the back of the legs and coming up. Stomach will strengthen here as well. Trying to use more of the back of the legs and the glutes to make this movement versus your lower back. Maybe even take the gaze slightly out in front of you. That might help elongate the spine versus looking down between your feet. All right, so we're going to try to keep that gaze looking at the floor, far out in front of you, keeping the spine nice and long. One more. Nice. Let's go wide second position once again. You're going to turn your toes out. We're going to bend the knees. This time we're going to go a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower. We're going to do 8 of these bends. We're also going to reach the arms up overhead. So little plie and rise up. Little plie and rise up. Now maybe a ½ inch more. And a little bit more. This is 4. We got 4 more to go to get to our deepest level. If you need to make your stance a little wider, do. We can get in there. Good. Good stretch. 2 more, I think. Go as low as you can go. Really pushing those knees out, staying upright. Nice. Let's do 1 more for good luck. Stay down low. Arms are going to come open to a T. And then we're going to pull them forward. That's going to make it a little more challenging. So if it's too hard, you can always rest the arms. But see if you can keep the arms forward. You can touch the fingers together. Smiling, so much fun. Legs, let's pulse it out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one for 8. Straighten those legs. Let's take a forward fold. So turn the toes parallel and forward. You're going to put a bend into your knees and bring your fingertips all the way down to the ground. Let your head drop and hang. Releasing some back tension. And roll on up. All right, we're going to go even wider with the legs, and we're going to do the cross hack squat. So wide legs, toes are turned out a little bit, and you're going to bend the right knee. Your left leg is straight and strong, and you're pressing down into the floor with that inner thigh down there. And then we're going to slowly transition to the other side. Tightening up now your right thigh. Gentle press into the floor with that inner thigh. Sitting up tall, belly in. The arms can stay down. They can go out to the side. And we're going to go side to side. So slow and slow and slow. Now, if you need to come up through it because you're maybe fatigued, that's fine as well. But if you can stay down low, as if the ceiling has just dropped down to just over your head, ay, 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 right? Sitting up tall, belly in. Try not to lean over on this one yet. Let's do 1 more to each side. Nice, and come to center, turn your toes forward. We're going to drop it down. Fingertips come to the floor. Now, you're either going to turn your toes out or your heels in. My feet are kind of far apart, so I'm going to pull my heels in just to turn the toes out a little bit. And then you're going to bend the knees and in a froggy look, right? So you can look forward at me here. Your butt's way down, getting it into your stretch, and then you're going to straighten the legs. Now, don't straighten them completely, just lengthen them out, okay? So my knees are still somewhat bent. You're going to bend and straighten, and bend and straighten, bend and straighten. Now you should be feeling those thighs about now. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Let's do one more. Ooh, yeah. Roll it up and shake out those thighs. Ooh, shaky, shaky. All right, guys, you're gonna get your step out or your book or whatever. I'm gonna turn to the side. You guys stay forward. All right, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna put your foot onto your step and you're gonna lean slightly forward. I want you to just gently press down into it without lifting yourself up. I want you to feel the glute activate here. Once you do that, you're just gonna lift up onto the ball of the back foot and lower down. So we're just applying constant tension and pressure into this front thigh, but you really wanna feel it in your hip. So you're gonna lean forward, come forward onto the box, press down, feeling the glute, and then you're gonna lift that back heel and lower. That's one. Lift, two. So you're also getting a calf raise here. 3. We're going to 8, 4. So your front leg on the book is in constant tension. 5, 6, 7. Hold it up here. 8. Now stand up onto the box. Woo! Nice job. All right, we're gonna change legs. So step down, put the other foot onto the box. You're gonna lean slightly forward and press weight into it. But I want you to press down into it, feel your glute activate. Then we're gonna lift that back heel, come as high as you can, and slow lower. 1. Lift, and 2. Keep that tension in the front leg for 3. Lift for 4. Lift, 5. Lift, 6. Lift, 7. Hold it here on 8, and then stand up onto the box. What? Yes, nice job. All right, come off, shake it out. Okay, now you're just gonna step up onto the box and down. Now, when you do this, I really want you to feel your tushy do a lot of the work, all right? Alternate legs. So a little lean forward will help you get into the tushy. By the way, this is the proper technique in order to climb stairs versus using just your thigh bone and not engaging through that tushy. So you gotta slow it down, really make sure that you're pushing in, working it, alternating your leg. One more time to each side, finishing out your set. Nice. Okay, so now we're going to do a lateral side up. So you may want to come to, let's come to the left side of your block. Is that your left? Go to your left. That way your right foot's going to go to the side of your block like so. Now, it can be further in so that you step up and down, or it can be closer to the side. You've got to find what works good for you. The idea is we're going to try to control this up and down. Okay, here we go. We're going to do 10 on each side. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switchy. And we go. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent work. You're going to push your, keep it right there. Just grab your heavy weight. For those that are at home, you're going to maybe move your block out of the way if you've got a small space. You're going to grab your heavy weight. We're going to go into some goblet squats. So we don't really have, unless you actually have a kettlebell, great. You're going to hold your kettlebell. Otherwise, you're going to hold your heavy weight either like this or like this, or whatever's comfortable for your wrists, okay? Your feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, and your toes are more forward than they are outward, but they can be turned out slightly depending on your hips. Also the stance, depending on how your anatomy is made through your hips, may decide how wide of a stance or how narrow of a stance is comfortable for you. So we're going to do a little experimentation. You're going to start wherever you're at. Let's do 5 deep squats as low as you can go. So your butt goes back, and then you're going to bend those knees, try to keep the shoulders lifted, and press up for 1. Butt goes back, bend the knees, press up for 2. Butt goes back, bend those knees for 3, and 4, and 5. Nice. Now I'm going to ask you to bring your feet in a little bit tighter, maybe more underneath your hips. Same thing. Gonna hips go back, slow squat down, see how low you can go, keeping the knees tracking over your toes. Some find it easier, some find it harder. There's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I just want to make a special note here. I'm going to take this out just for now. I just want you to see, so you're getting, make sure you got proper technique. When you go into this and you're doing these squats where your feet are closer together or apart, your butt goes back slightly, but I'm trying to take my tailbone right down towards the ground, trying to keep my chest up like so, versus bending over too much. So when we bend over like this is actually a different move. So we want to keep the shoulders up and the butt down. So I got a little bit more weight in the heels probably than the toes, but ideally you want to be as flat-footed in it as possible, okay? All right, guys, next up, you're gonna take your heavy weight, you're gonna put it into your right hand. We're gonna do curtsy squats. So you're gonna step your left foot behind, and we're gonna squat down low and rise back up. So we're gonna bend both knees and rise up. 1, 2, back heel lifting, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one for 8. Let's switch to the other side. So gripping with the left hand now, crossing the right leg behind, and nice and slow, bending both knees, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Next up, we are going to move into a deadlift. So your feet are going to be about shoulder width apart, not too wide. Knees are slightly bent. You're going to hold your weight still in 2 hands, either like this or like this. You're trying to keep the weight as close to your legs as possible. Butt goes back, flat back. You're going to lower the weight to the knees, and then you're going to use your hamstrings and your glutes to come on up. So we go down, use your butt right here. That's it. Squeeze the butt there and rise. So we're not going to squeeze at the top though. We're not going to do this back bend extension. Okay. You're going to stop right here. Hold it down. Now use your tushy, squeeze there, and then stop a little short of all the way. Here we go. At your pace, you're going to lower down, squeeze tushy, exhale. Inhale, squeeze tushy, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Softness in the knees. Keep that weight nice and close to the legs. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very important, guys, that we don't round the spine. We're not doing a rounding here. It's got to be a very flat back, okay? And you're really trying to squeeze the tushy at the bottom, meaning in that position. I really take my butt like I'm trying to touch the wall. Got it? Good. Guys, now we're gonna do one leg. So you're gonna put one toe behind. I want you to pick your starting leg. Everybody's got a stronger starting leg. Mine just happens to be my left. From here, you're gonna do the same action. I'm gonna put as little weight into this back foot as I can. My butt goes back. I'm gonna draw the weight down towards my knee, flat back, squeeze tushy, use it to come up. There's 1. We've got 8 of these to go. Come up for 2. If you're not sweating yet, let me know. We can make it harder for 3. And 4, because I'm sweating. And 5. I don't sweat easy. And 6. Woo, nice and slow control movements, guys. 7. Softness in that standing leg. Use that tushy and come up. Yes. Other side. So your back leg is just nicely relaxed here. It's just there for stability and support. You're gonna hinge it down. Butt goes back. Very little weight or no weight on that back foot because you want to be able to lift it up. There's 1. Flat, flat back. And 2. Focusing on the back of the leg and tushy to come up. 3. Try not to use your back. This is really more of your legs than your back. This is 4. 5. Flat back. 6. Nice and easy. Exhale, 7. Last one. And 8. Back of legs, front of legs. Now we got to do a little bit more glutes. So we're going to put our heavy weight down. We're going to do standing fire hydrants. Now, ideally, I'd like you to do it without holding onto a balancing stick or onto your wall or anything like that. But if you need it, it's there. I'm going to turn to the side. Once again, you guys can stay forward so you can see yourself in the mirror, but this way they can see what it looks like from the side here. So you're going to bend both knees and you're going to lift one foot up into the air, just like a flamingo. You're hinge slightly forward and you're going to sweep the leg out to the side, but slightly back. So my knee is not forward here. It is slightly back there. We're going to do 8 on each side. All right, so pick your strong leg to start. And we go. Swing it out, 1. Swing it out, 2. Swing it out, 3. Belly strong. Pull it in. 4. Bottom knee is bent. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Excellent work. Switch to the other side. I'll turn this way so you can see what I look like from here. All right, we're gonna swing it out, slightly back, 1. 2, you're breathing out when you're squeezing out to the side, 3. Exhale, 4. Exhale, 5. 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, hello. Good morning, glutes. Let's grab our mats and come down to the floor for a little bit more legs, but a lot more core. All right, if you also have your step, you're gonna keep it nearby because we'll use it as well, but not yet. You are gonna need your heavy weight as well. All right, you're gonna start on your back with the weight up into the air, straight up towards the ceiling. Knees are gonna start bent, feet on the floor. You're gonna extend your right leg onto the mat, but hover it. Pointed toe, you're gonna lift the leg up 5 times, and then we're gonna add the glute bridge. So you're gonna lift the leg up towards the ceiling, and then lower it back down for 1. Lift, 2. Lift, 3. Lift, 4. And lift, 5. Now you're going to continue with that leg lift, and now you're going to press into your left foot to lift your hips up towards the ceiling as you kick that leg up, and then lower the hips down, lower the leg. Here we go. Lift the leg, lift the hips, lower the hips, lower the leg. That's 1. Lift, lower, 2. Lift, lower, 3. Lift, there's 4, only 1 more, and lift, and 5. Change legs. So now your left leg's gonna extend and hover over the mat. 5 leg lifts without the bridge. We lift, pointed toe, straight leg, and lower for 1. Lift, 2. Lift, 3. Lift, 4. Lift, 5. Now adding the bridge. Here we go. Lift the leg, lift the hips, lower, 1. Lift, lower, 2. Nice control. Lift, and lower, 3. Lift, lower, 4, and lift, lower, 5. Nice, bend the knee. All right, keeping the weight up towards the ceiling, you're gonna lift your head and shoulders, getting into a crunch. We're gonna bring the weight towards the knees. That's gonna help lift you a little higher. From here, we're gonna pulse it out. Pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Take rest. All righty, you're gonna take your weight straight up into the air again, and you're gonna dead bug your legs. Flex your feet. Now you're gonna extend the right leg. At the same time you extend your right leg, hovering over the mat, you're gonna bend the elbows and do a skull crusher. So you're gonna bring the weight over your head towards the mat, and then bring it back to center. You can straighten the arms as well to make it a full tricep extension. And then you're gonna alternate the legs. You're gonna bend the elbows, then bring the weight over the head, extending now your left leg, hover it, and then pull back to dead bug position, straighten your arms. Bending the elbows, skull crush as you extend your right leg to hover, and then bring it back in, straighten the arms. Bend the elbows, left leg extends, skull crush, bring it back, and straighten the arms. Bend, right leg, extend nice and slow, control, and straighten, and let's go left leg. Nice, slow control. Yes, keeping that back in the same position. And one more time to each side. Right leg. And then left leg. Nice. All right, keeping your legs in dead bug and keeping the weight up towards the ceiling. You're gonna lift your head and shoulders. You're gonna grab that weight into your right hand. And you're just gonna hold that right hand up into the air. And then switching the hand, try to keep your shoulder blades lifted. Not easy to make the transition. Keep lifting head and shoulders. Now change the weight to the other hand. Try to keep your head, shoulders from falling down. And switch one more time. Whew. Excellent. And take a breather. Let's do a windshield wiper. So feet go wide and rolling the knees side to side. Alrighty, we're gonna roll up. We're gonna come into side plank without a weight. But if you happen to have a weight that you can hold up in the air, that's all by your means. I think that the weight I've got is going to be too heavy to hold it and do side plank. But if you want to hold your weight up, your weight as well, please go ahead and grab it. You're going to come onto your forearm. You're going to extend the knees, feet together. You're going to lift your hips up off the mat. Okay. I like to use both hands to kind of get myself up and in good position. That way I'm sure that my shoulder is stacking over the elbow. From here, you're going to bring that other arm up into the air, and that's where you can hold your weight. We're going to hold for 8 counts, and then we're going to pulse it for 8 counts. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Now pulse it up, and 1, 2, squeeze, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we squeeze it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last set. Hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we squeeze pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, switch to the other side. Now, if you need to put your hand down to help, sometimes you can keep this hand down if you need some modification. Otherwise, let's get it up. Flatten yourself out. Holding. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now we pulse it and squeeze. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We pulse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we pulse it. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nice job. Woo! All right, you're gonna grab your block or your thing that you stepped on, books, blocks. You're gonna put it onto your mat. We're gonna put our feet onto it doing bridges. So you're gonna scoot in close. And if you're at home, you can also use an ottoman, right? That's what I've done in the past. I put an ottoman right on top of my back so it doesn't slide. Or if you got carpet, then it won't slide. But if you got a slick floor, you might want to put it on something. All right, hands are going to go by your sides. We're going to do 5 lifts. Squeeze the tushy at the top and then slowly lower down. All right, let's go. Lift it up and lower for 1. Lift, lower for 2. Lift, lower for 3. Lift, lower for 4. And lift, lower for 5. Pull the knees into the chest. All right, we're going to do 10 more of these. You have the option to do one leg. So you can take one leg into the air and do 5, and then switch the leg and do 5, or you just do 10 more with both legs. Now, if you lift up and the leg is straight toward the ceiling, it is slightly easier than if you bring the leg lower towards the ground. So you've got to decide for yourself, how beast-like do you feel today? All right, let's do it. Here we go. Pick your starting leg and begin. 1 and 2. Lift it 3. Lift it 4. Lift it 5. And change your leg. And we go. Lift it 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Now, if there was one leg that felt a lot weaker than the other, you're going to do that leg 5 more times. All right, here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice job. Bring your knees into your chest. Both legs straight up into the air. Point your toes and flex your feet. We're going to look for some stretch in the back of those legs. Point and flex. 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 Next up, we're going to flex our feet and go open to a wide V. And then we're going to close it up. When you close it up, you're going to reach up like you're trying to touch your shoelaces. Here we go. Open and slow close. Reach, touch shoelaces, or in that direction anyway. Open and close and lift. Open and close and lift. And open and close and lift. Last one, guys. Open, close. Now lift. We're in a rope climb. Right hand over left, right and left. Make your way up to the ceiling. Climb that rope. Yeah, you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Oh my goodness. Woo. All right, we're gonna move your block out of the way, or your books or ottoman, or your stepper if you're in class. We're gonna stretch out this belly and our back and legs. So you're gonna come to the middle of your mat into a double L, or 90-90. You're gonna feel like your front leg is coming straight out the front of you, and then out to the side, and the back leg's coming out to the straight out, making an L shape or 90-degree angle on both legs. If your left leg is in front like mine is, you're gonna reach over to the left side and come down. If your right leg is in front, you're gonna go to your right side and come down. You're gonna take that arm up over the head to stretch. And then you're gonna turn gently towards the floor. And slowly make your way back up. And switch the legs. Switchy, switchy. And then bringing that hand out to the side and down onto the elbow. And then arm up over your ear. We're trying to lengthen up towards the ceiling with our side ribs. Stretching out all those lats and the triceps that you worked so hard with Jamie, not with me. And then lift up and twist. Although we did a little bit of triceps today, I'll have to admit. And slowly press yourself back up. You're gonna roll over onto one side. We're gonna stretch our front thighs. So lie down, rest your head underneath one arm. You can pull your knees in. Then you're gonna grab a hold of the top ankle or shin and kick back, creating a front thigh stretch. And then release. Now this top leg that you have, you're gonna straighten it and bring it as close to your face as you can, and see if you can grab your toe with the bottom arm, and you're gonna do a twist. So bringing the back of the head to the mat, and you can open the arm. You release your toe and bend your knees, stack them. And then slowly roll back onto your side. Nice. All right, you're gonna push yourself up, sweep your legs around, other side. So press up, swoop it around. supporting your head, knees are tucked in. Grab a hold of the top shin and kick back. Looking for a front thigh stretch. And then release. You're gonna straighten that top leg, bring it up towards your face with the bottom arm. See if you can touch your toe, grab your toe. And then the back of the head will come down to the mat and open into a spinal twist, a little different variation. Breathe. Breathing into those spikes that are a little tight. Yes. And then release your foot, bend your knees, stack them. And then roll all the way back onto your starting side here. And then come onto your belly. Prop yourself up onto your forearms for a Sphinx pose. All right. And all you're looking to do is lift your head and shoulders, but I'm actually trying to like pull myself towards the top of my mat. A little bit of a pull. And then lower down. You're going to bend both knees and you're going to reach for your toes. See if you can touch your toes. Your forehead can rest on your mat. Your head can come up. You can go into full floor bow. But if you do, I'm going to invite you to walk your fingers down to your shins so that you can flex your feet to kick back and up. But it's not necessary. Just in this position is enough mobility that you need. And release. Child's pose with your knees together. Lift your head and shoulders, press yourself back. And keep your knees touching, come down onto your forearms and allow your hips to come down towards your heels as far as they'll let you. You can rest your head on the mat to get more stretch into those arms. You're going to reach the arms forward as long as you can. Imagine somebody is pulling your fingers and someone else is pulling your hips. Coming to hands and knees. Tabletop pose. We're going to do cat and cow. We're going to start with the cow. That is a back bend. So you're going to take your tailbone up towards the sky. Gaze comes forward, creating this big sway back or arch. And then you're going to round the spine, pull the belly button in, chin comes to your chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Downward facing dog. And you're going to pedal out your feet, bending right knee, really getting a stretch through the left hip. And then switching, bending the left knee, getting into that right hip. Let's do that one more time to both sides. And then coming to center, walk your feet forward and your hands back, folding over your legs. You can bend your knees as much as you need. You're trying to get your belly to rest on your thighs. Pull the belly button in and slowly make your way to standing. You can use your hands on your thighs. You can roll up or flat back up, whatever works best for you. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you those at home. Glad to see you. Please unmute yourself. I'd love to hear your comments. I'll turn off the recording. That way you feel free to speak freely.